Come on. In the city of New York, to the 2-4 to get me some Phillies and Newports. It's on now, cause times is just too damn hard. This for the mothers buying bread with their food stamp card on welfare, and ain't nobody frontin' no health care.
What's really good, Jokers Club Nation? Is your boy Crooked Smile back at it with the fam. We got the homie, the man sipping on that fine wine in the new and improved, or I can't even say improved. It's a brand new Heel Team 6 cup. How you doing, Chef?
I'm wonderful, baby. I'm wonderful. We got a big team for this. We're gonna have some fun with it. Obviously, you see, we got Orbit and the Heezy. Introduce yourself, because I love your introductions, and we always say you do the best introductions.
What's up, fellas? This is your quintessential Puerto Rican muffin Jorge back in the living color. I got my boy Orbit. You know, he's a little sad because we just got swept by San Diego Padres, but that's okay. You know, we still got 30 more games to go to make it up. We're being in the COVID-19 World Series this year, baby. Houston Astros, let's go.
Okay, Crooked, you want to introduce your homie that you were arguing with before?
All right, so everybody, unfortunately, you can't see him. I don't know why, but we're just gonna leave it how it is. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, man. Like, you're new, you're a rookie. You know, get your name out there, man.
I guess I'm a rookie now. All right, hey, ladies and gentlemen.
You've been a rookie.
Yeah, word up. You got to earn your stripes in here, bro.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is the Hannibal Wolf, and currently the independent wrestler in the future of professional wrestling in general. Also the monster of Heel Team 6. How you guys doing today?
Great. I'm great.
Doing good. Hey, guys, I forgot to tell you one more thing. I'm over here rocking this new independent wrestlers t-shirt here. My boy Sean Hawley. As you can see the shirt. Got it a couple 2 weeks ago, and he never noticed that I had it, even though I tagged him in 2 weeks ago. And then he's gonna go, "Oh wow, that's a cool shirt! I can't believe you wearing it, dude." Like, I wore it like the first time 2 weeks ago, and I tagged you in it. But if you guys could see it, you like it, order it from Sean. He's right here. He's sitting right there under the picture that I'm pointing.
I was gonna say, if I pointed to this side, but when this records, I don't know if it's gonna be where he'll be.
I don't know if it'll be down here, over there.
Right here. He's
but
right
if
here,
y'all, so I'm putting a cheap plug real quick.
Like I always say, if you believe in the talent, you support the talent. I believe in Sean. I'm supporting Sean. Like I always do. Heel Team 6.
Yes, sir. So I'm going to do a cheap plug real quick. If you want to get that shirt that Jorge is wearing, you can go to storefrontier.com/Sean Hawley 6. And that shirt will be there. It's in white, it's in red, it's in black. I personally like the red because that fading color shows very well in it. And it just gives it a great pop. If you like it in black, it's all it is that black fading in there is turned red. So either way, it looks great. Go ahead and get your shirt today. And it's on sale.
And it feels good.
So, all right, gentlemen, we got everything out. We got to get out before we jump into this.
Hey, I had to put that cheap plug in there.
No. I'm just asking if anybody wants to say something before we go into AEW and this NWA possible partnership. Are we good to jump in?
Let's go. Jump in.
It's possible. It's gonna happen. What are you talking about?
Let's ride that wave. I bet. So, last week's AEW, we seen the women's champ of NWA with the NWA title, Thunder Rosa, who I'm a massive fan of. I love Thunder Rosa. She's an MMA fighter as well. Jorge, who's the girl? Because I always chop up their names, and I don't want to do it when I'm trying to do this.
Well, I just know her first name is Shikaru.
There you go. So
that's what I call her, Shikaru.
She calls her out.
Or a fine ass Japanese wrestler. Either or. She's so good.
She's on the NWA show and she's calling her out for, I believe it's All Out, right?
Yeah.
Is that where she wants that match?
Yep, September 5th.
So she's calling her out. Now, I knew that Thunder Rosa was there. We kind of talked about this prior, but I'm glad to see she's still holding the NWA belt because that obviously means she's still with NWA.
Well, Chef, make sure you tell everybody that you knew she was there weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Before anybody even knew she was there.
Oh yeah, I
Just
think
couldn't say anything about it.
yeah, well in the chat we talk about things way before dirt sheets come out with them. And Thunder Rosa I knew was there, and I was telling Jorge because he's like the biggest NWA fan that I hope she's not just signed with AEW and left NWA because that would be another massive blow. Seeing her there with the NWA title and showcasing it, I think it's an amazing thing. I'm going to go with Jorge last on this because I know he'll have the NWA thing about it. I'll start with Crooked. When Crooked is done, please, Hannibal, jump in after Crooked. Crooked, what do you have? Thunder Rosa, AEW, NWA.
I think it's great. Definitely huge on NWA's part. Like, obviously it can be really big on AEW. They're already killing the game as it is. But NWA getting that partnership and getting AEW, like, it's going to somewhat be the same thing as back in the day as TNA and NWA, how they did it. But it's going to be on such more of a grander stage because it's on TNT. It's on your broadcast system. You can get it anywhere. Pretty much you have TV. And with NWA slipping off the way they are right now, unfortunately, due to the whole pandemic, it's not on them. They were doing great on YouTube and everything else like that. But when you lose a building that you can't use, you're screwed. So I think it's great on NWA's part. It's also great on AEW because now you're bringing in more fresh talent, and you're gonna bring in that 10 pounds of gold, baby. I think NWA's title and the AEW World Title, I don't know, they might have to merge something there.
I mean, I saw the announcement because I was out on Saturday, and that's when it aired. That's when I saw the whole promo with Thunder Rosa being there as champion, or as the NWA Women's Champion. I was like, oh, that's cool. They're doing it interpromotional. I think it's smart on both sides because it helps get exposure for the NWA, as well as it brings, as you guys said before, all the stuff you said with it has more talent coming in, and it just is able to showcase the NWA talent on a bigger scale, how it used to be back then, back in the 80s and stuff like that, when it was on TV and people knew what the NWA is now. Not a lot of people know what the NWA is now. I mean, except for us and a few other wrestling fans or professional wrestlers in general. But if you went to the average person on the street and said, hey, do you know about the NWA? They'd be like, what's that? Some old thing. But I think it's good for them. And it gives Sheeta someone else to wrestle besides the AEW, the girl she's been wrestling. It gives her someone she can have a good match with, and hopefully boost the kind of weak AEW women's division. So gives her a legitimate contender. It's champion versus champion. So there you go.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big partnership. I think it's something that Thunder Rosa kind of went into Twitter and said that she wanted to be part of it, and this will give Sheeta a legitimate contender going into All Out, and which means also will bring NWA a little more notoriety when they go into their pay-per-view show starting September 15th. People will know who the NWA is. They'll know who the female champion is. The only way that I will see a partnership if Thunder Rosa actually wins the match, or even has the 10 pounds of gold and Nick Aldis appear on the show wrestling or doing some type of angle, then right there, I believe they'll have a partnership. Right now, I believe it's just a female versus female. We need some type of blood because we have everybody still stuck in their different countries. Let's bring in Thunder Rosa, who's a legitimate badass. We'll put her against Sheeta, and she'll boost Sheeta up as a legitimate champion, and both champions will look good. That's how I see it anyway. So,
can I chime in? It reminds me of talent exchanges back in the 80s and the 70s, and also even with Ring of Honor and New Japan, how they do that talent exchange where they send some of their guys over to New Japan, and they send their guys over to Ring of Honor, and then they have the Global Wars. Yeah. That's what it feels like, and that's fine because right now the world's on lockdown, and it also gives wrestlers who don't have that platform, it gives them that platform. AEW is giving them that platform.
Yep.
I agree.
It's going to be a phenomenal match, though. And that's going to be a good match.
Listen, if people don't know who Thunder Rosa is,
they're going to find out.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa, and we've seen her with fighting bigger girls too. Like Allison, you've seen her against her, and she looked awesome. You know what I mean? She's also fought smaller girls. Thunder Rosa she's the top competitor, and I'm excited that she's going to be on a big platform.
I just want Allison Kay to show up. That'd be dope if she came up to AEW. Oof, I'd be like, there we go. I have another one.
Take it easy. They need her in NWA. Yeah. So we'll go to the second part of it. This is where three of us had prior been on here, and we were all super excited about Diamante and Ivelisse coming together. And what would they do? Now, we all said that we expected them to go to the finals and win. And the dirt sheets, they kind of threw a curveball out there and had them lose early, which kind of pissed off all of us in here. Like, what the hell are they doing? You know what I mean? Like, but Ivelisse, Diamante, they go through the entire thing. They win the women's tournament in AEW. They had those cool, I guess, like medals or whatever they want to consider them. It looks super dope. I love Ivelisse. I love Diamante. I know they have a tag name. What is it again? Like
Las Sicarias.
There you go. I'm Hood New York. I don't have that Spanish roll. So I don't want to sound like the uber white boy that never been in the hood and try to learn their name.
Oh, take it easy.
So I'm going to go with Crooked Smile. And then once again, I'll finish with Jorge. Crooked Smile, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, like you said, we spoke about it a couple times on here. And the dirt sheets were like, oh, no, they'll probably go out in the second or third round. And we're like, they're full of it. Like, if they really think they're going to waste these two's talents that early, then they shouldn't even brought them into the tournament. And I did get a little nervous. Well, I knew Brandy and Ali were going to make it. And it made me a little nervous at the end. I'm not going to lie, because I was just like, all right, here we go. Now the Nightmare Sisters are going to put themselves over because Brandy, coming out with this new action figure and it's all this, all that, and everything else like that. So I'm like, here we go. Now she's going to brag about being an action figure and winning the women's tournament and everything else like that. I'm like, you're going to kill it. But AEW actually did a 360 and said, you know what? Boom, we're going to put the Diamante and Ivelisse on top. And I think that's, quote unquote, I hate to say it, best for business. Yeah. And they are showing that other people can actually win in AEW unless that you're not an EVP, like an EVP or whatever the hell you want to be. As long as you're not part of the Elite or Bullet Club or whatever they want to be at this point. Thank God they finally took the title off of Cody and everything else like that. I know I got a little off topic, but
Wait. Before anyone jumps in, we're obviously going to talk about the Cody thing last because it makes sense to go that way. But my beef with that, and I don't want anyone else to really say anything because it kind of goes off topic too far. But I'm going to ask you, Crooked, did you not have a problem? I mean, did you have a problem with a former WWE guy once again coming in and winning a belt?
TNA.
Watch your mouth over there. No one's talking to you.
That's why he's off the camera. Yes and no. Due to the person who it is, I don't have a problem with it. But due to the fact that it was a former WWE person, yes. But
okay.
Well, I'll talk about that later once we get onto that topic.
Facts. So, Hannibal, go ahead with your TNA hate because you're like you're our resident TNA hater. That's who you are.
I never hate TNA.
The one and only on this podcast, for sure.
I used to watch TNA a lot, but I'm agreeing with y'all. I'm happy for Ivelisse and Diamante. I think AEW did the right thing. Again, I was very optimistic when I saw them going against the Nightmare Sisters. I was like, here we go. It's going to be Diamante. They're giving the indie girls their time, and then they're just going to bowl them over. But they went the smart thing, and they gave to her who have been working their tails off in the indie scene and killing it wherever they go. Ivelisse was in Lucha Underground. I don't know where Diamante was in Impact, right? For a little bit.
She was with LAX.
Yeah. And she was there.
Listen, Diamante was part of the group that killed the K and took out Rosemary, Crazy Steve, and Abyss. That was the
Okay.
That was the Diamante era.
Yeah, she was like with them for like what, a year or something like that. But it was good. It's good for them. It's good for Evilise because met her in person. Super nice girl. Works her tail off. Always, she's very humble and she bides her time. And I like the way she works. But well deserving. They get it. I hope when they actually was this for like those things like the title belts or like they just.
It's like their trophy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
the big
if
trophy
they
behind them was also the part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so-
titles are on their way though.
Okay, so if I think they need to be the first champions and just have them run through people, or whoever the first champions are, the first people they should lose it to is those two, and have them just run over people because they deserve it and they worked their tail off and they showed AEW did the right move with that. That's all I gotta say.
Now, when I saw this tournament was announced, I was super excited. I popped. When I saw some of the people that were being placed in this, I was like, oh, this is going to suck so damn bad. But when I saw them put Diamante and Ivelisse together, I said, oh, they're going to go right to the championship. I cringed when he was in the final with the Nightmare Sisters. Oh, my God, I can stand Brandy. I love her to death. She's gorgeous, but her wrestling is just, ugh. But this was the right move for business. They put two Latina women right now where they did this whole speak out movement. They put two powerful Latinas that will bring in some Latina people in, Latinx guys in. And it kind of works together with that new thing they did with the heels, AEW wrestling heels, about women being powerful. They just took the two most powerful women in wrestling right now and made them win. So that was good for business. It was good to bring the Latinx community in. It was good for everything. Those two ladies bust their ass. They're beautiful. They couldn't go. The worst they could have done was give them to the Nightmare Sisters. Period.
You know what I think? And it's a shame because we all know Cherry Bomb. Like, I think all of us were aware of Cherry Bomb before Impact Wrestling. And I'm not crapping on Impact Wrestling, but
DNA.
With no. She was with Impact Wrestling.
She was in TNA.
Ooh.
Then she left the first month when Cherry Bomb when they went into Impact. That's when the first 4 months.
No. She was already with it. Allie came in Impact Wrestling.
Yes, and no, it was TNA. And then when they signed, they went to Impact Wrestling. They had the monster tapings for like the first 3 months. That's where everybody decided to leave around that. So she was maybe there for like 2 months, and then she got up and left.
Who, Allie?
Yeah.
Allie was there for a minute.
She was there for a while. She did that whole thing with Rosemary, and she became Evil Allie and all that other stuff.
Right. Oh my God, that's right.
Bro, Allie was also doing the corny stuff with.
Yeah, that's right. She got killed by Rosemary, or
one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life.
Man. The first time anybody's been murdered on TV.
So,
like when the knife went through her throat. I forgot about that.
That's how bad. That's how bad it was.
It was like a movie, Lucha Underground ripoff right there.
So, we'll transition into Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, buddy.
Now, I love Eddie Kingston. That's the homie. He's recruiting. Eddie Kingston is recruiting out here. Crooked, don't even do it because I'll chop you in the neck. Don't even do it.
He's recruiting, all right.
He's recruiting.
I love Eddie.
So Eddie Kingston, and I'm going to let Jorge start with this. Jorge, please break down Eddie Kingston recruiting and the whole thing about it.
Well, it was kind of weird how he just came out and, told about the guys that they're be busting their ass in the indies. And they're tired of losing their AEW and how he should bring all things together. But then towards the end, he's looking at the camera, smiling, winking.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out, what is this legitimate or is this fake that he's trying to do something on the side, swerving somebody? I don't know. So it was kind of weird to me when I saw that. So I don't know what you guys thought about that.
So
I
Crooked.
thought it was
Wait.
amazing.
I'm gonna start with Crooked. I'll let you finish. Crooked, do you think that this guy? He's got a rookie. Calm down, baby. I know you want to get in there, but take it easy. Do you think he's recruiting a faction, or do you think he's just messing with people? Because Eddie Kingston he's a wild dude.
Oh, he's definitely a wild dude.
Watch him out.
So I think he's actually recruiting. I think he's gonna pull off something here, and it's gonna bring in like a decent faction. I'm saying a faction of at least 5 or 6 people.
Woo.
Jeez.
Because right now it would be technically 5 with him, because it would be it's Butcher and Blade and the
You
Lucha
can drop
Brothers,
those
right?
birds off. You can drop off Butcher and Blade and birds.
Well, they are birds, but if you do them right, like you got Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix, right? Because that's who it is, right?
Oh, they're legit
My-
though.
Yeah.
my-
But then those are your guys, and then he's kind of like the leader of it, and then you have the guys underneath them, which would be Butcher and the Blade. And at that point, they're just there, like. And listen, Eddie Kingston is a gangster. So if these guys do anything not hood, it's not going to make sense to me. So every match, they should kind of do it NWO style, where the Butcher and the Blade just run in and beat the shit out of people. Like, that should be the.
You know me. I've always hated Braxton Sutter or whatever the hell he wants to be, the Blade now or whatever. I've always hated him. He's trash.
You've never been a fan of him. You booed him for probably a year and a half, too.
Only good thing I've seen out of him is like when he did his chops, and me and you made fun of him at the Impact Zone, and we did. Swah!
So I'm gonna go to Hannibal. Hannibal, what you got?
I like the idea, but I don't think Kingston's recruiting. I think eventually he's either going to beat the shit out of all of them, and I'm saying that very lightly, because that's Eddie. It's Eddie Kingston, or he's going to bring in his own guys and then beat the tar out of all of them. Because people forget that Pentagon and Phoenix, they're already in a faction. They just can't really do anything because Pac's over in England and stuck. So what becomes of the Death Triangle now that if he is actually recruiting, what is that? Like, what happens to that? Because that was a cool idea to have the Lucha Bros with Pac, because the Lucha Bros would be like his henchmen, and then you have Pac doing his own thing.
It becomes the death line because there's only one person instead of a triangle.
I think Kingston, because that whole look at the end where he looks up and he smiles and winks at the camera, I was like, he's up. There's something there. They're gonna do something. He's either gonna swerve us or.
I think he was smiling at somebody in the crowd.
Could be, but you need to stop. He is fishing. Crooked really wants to say something, and I'm a karate chop him in the damn neck. What I would really like to see, honestly, is not the Lucha Bros. I always forget their names. It's LAX, the Pride and whatever. I would love
powerful, baby.
Pride and Powerful. I hate that name. LAX. I would love to see LAX get out of the inner circle and get back with Kingston. Kind of do we have unfinished business kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because right now, I'm going to tell you, one of the biggest disappointments in AEW's early history is Pride and Powerful. They've done nothing with them. They're just lackeys. Like, even though Sammy Guevara is the comedy aspect, he's had more TV time and more of a role than them.
Yeah, I can agree there. It's like
Sammy takes all the pins. Like every match, Sammy is pinned. He's like the pin guy.
He's literally the commercial break guy who does the cue cards.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Hannibal.
I'm just saying, like, I do agree with Chef. It's like LA, the Pride and whatever they are. I call them LAX, but it's just like they came into such fanfare. I remember when they debuted, I was like, yeah, all right. And they just kind of whimper. They went in the inner circle. It's like, okay, maybe they're going to win. The inner circle is going to be like the NWO where they win all the belts. Nope. They're kind of there as the lackeys. They really don't do much. I don't even really see them wrestling on Dark. And I watch Dark a lot because, a lot of guys I know in the indie wrestling scene are on Dark. So I watch them and I'm like, all right. But I don't even really see them on Dark. They do rounds and maybe a match here and there, and then they had that good match with the Bucks, and it was like, and then after that, they're just kind of there now, and they're not doing anything. So that would be cool if Eddie was like, went to them, like maybe the Inner Circle's doing a thing, and Kingston comes out and says, "Oh yeah, that'd be pretty dope too." But it's like, what is Eddie planning? What is he planning?
Yeah, that or he does like the thumbs down and they turn on him or something like that. There's a lot of things that they could do.
Or they beat up Guevara. It's like they're in there with Guevara, and like he comes in, thumbs down, they beat up Guevara. Matt Hardy helps them. We'd be like, great.
Oh no. Keep Matt Hardy away from my Lucha brothers. Keep him away from LAX. Keep him away from even Pineapple Pete. I don't want Matt Hardy anywhere near anybody I like in that company.
Hey, just to let you know, Pineapple Pete is gone.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago. I was depressed when that happened, man.
He only signed like a small deal. He didn't sign like a big deal.
But he was fun. He's one of the fun gimmicks that I actually like to wrestling.
He's going to GCW, from what I understand. So.
Yeah, but I don't watch GCW. Matter of fact, don't even say it, because if they don't plug it, I don't even want to hear him.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just throwing him out there. I just saw that today that they're going to be there. He's going to be over there, and I was like, that's cool. Good for him,
So check it out. We're going to have Brody Lee versus Cody and the Aftermath. I'm going to have you guys, and I'll finish with, you want to start? All right. So let me just say one thing. I enjoyed the gang warfare aspect of this. I love watching Arn Anderson get thugged. I enjoyed Cody get annihilated. I'm a little all right. But and no time check. So I enjoyed all of it, and I especially like the ending, and I will let these guys explain what happened at the ending to a certain non-male figure. Jorge, please bless us.
Hey man, don't forget it's Mr. Brody Lee. Mr. in front of his name.
My apologies, Mr. Brody Lee. My apologies.
Mr. Brody Lee is from my hometown here in Rochester, New York.
Is he?
Of course, yes, he is. So of course, I popped when every time he shows up or he won. Now this was a good story. If you really pay attention to it, there was a real nice story from the beginning to the end. They just kind of made Cody look insuperior going against Cody Lee. Basically, they're saying Cody is taking too many matches on. He's getting beat up every week. And when Brody Lee got him, he totally destroyed him because he couldn't take care of Brody Lee's power game. And they told the story that Cody was beat up. He didn't have enough in the tank. He had bruised ribs, a bad back, and messed up neck from all the beatings he was taking week in and week out. So Brody Lee killed him. Now, what happened towards the end, I loved that whole thing. They beat up the Nightmare Collective, whatever. And when Brandy came out, I said, oh, here comes Brandy again. And when he got that Sarah J to choke her ass, oh my God, dude, that was like the best moment in wrestling. That was her best acting yet by Brandy when she got choked out by Sarah J, which is a gorgeous woman, by the way. Only 22 years old, but good Lord, that girl is gorgeous. That whole new Dark Order, the Dark Order, I love that whole collective. I want to be part of a Dark Order. I want to be numero 11.
Jorge, can I ask you a question?
Yes,
how many people are in that Dark Order now? Is it like
8? Bro. That's like 27 people. And I want to be number 11. I want to be known as Dark. What was that? Evo Uno. I want to be Evo 11.
Yo, dude, you should change the handle to that.
Call me Evo 11 for Evo 11.
Listen, from here on out, that's going to be how we talk to you. You're no longer Jorge. It's going to be Evo 11, and that's going to be your name for the rest of these podcasts.
I'm Dark Order Evo 11, baby. Evo 11. I love that whole collective. This Dark Order, they have like 27 different tag team formations. It's like a big toy. Who's gonna play with who? Okay, we're gonna put these two guys. We're gonna put. You can have a whole tag team tournament, like everybody against the Dark Order. Have a whole tag team from AEW against Dark Order here. I love that whole Dark Order, man. But yeah, Brody Lee, man, that was a good story. How they made it seem. And I give it up to Cody. The whole thing was done to perfection. They put the belt on somebody that was already noticeable, and Cody, he built the title up with Warhorse, everybody he was defending it against to every week, and now Cody Lee will begin, to take it to the next step. Hey, he might have somebody like Colt Cabana, somebody else, defend the title.
I can't stand Colt Cabana. I don't want to see Colt. Boom.
Yeah. Boom, boom, 10. Boom, boom, yes.
Is that what Cabana is?
I have no idea, man.
Colt. You got me for a second. I was like, what?
No, they have his name as Colt Boom Boom Cabana.
Yeah, okay, that's his name.
No. But I thought he said 10. I was like, oh, this is getting out of
it's boom, boom, yes. Boom, boom, yes. And I'm Evil Once.
All right. So Evil Once is finished. Hannibal, what do you have for this situation?
I like it. It's a smart idea because Cody's had the belt. He's like he said, like Evil Once said, he's built the belt up. Okay, time to take it off. It was time to take it off and give it to someone who needed a belt in a sense since he came to AEW. He challenged for the world title, but then he just kind of fell off, and then they reinvented it where he became, instead of just the Exalted One, he became Mr. Brody Lee. And obviously it's working for the Dark Order because the Dark Order kind of fell off again, and now they're making them serious. They're not like so stupid and like all over the place. Now they're focused. They're just basically taking over AEW. They're the first big invading force in AEW. Did you got to go get a refill on the glass? Dang, already?
This is like number 7 or 8. Come on, man.
Jeez, man. Chef's gonna be like drooling when this is all done.
I'm good. I'm always good, baby.
Chef is tipsy. You got to put the drink counter on. That's what we got to do. Every time Chef takes a drink, you mark it.
Start marking them.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you taking like thing, and every 5 is 1 glass. But as I was saying, I like the idea. It's good for Brody, gives Brody something to do, and he looked like a monster against Cody. It was like, I get the story they were building, but it made, because he's a tall dude. He's like 6, how tall? Like 6'7", 6'8". He's pretty tall, and he just looked like a monster next to Cody, and he killed Cody, and it reestablishes this thing that Brody is this. He's the leader of the Dark Order, and he's the biggest dude in the room. He's gonna kill you every time you wrestle him.
Before you go in, you know why he liked this? Because he thinks that all big guys should run through little guys. He hates little guys. Hannibal, it has this like the Napoleon, but a reverse Napoleon. Like he thinks
he's got the Vince McMahon back in the day, like hard on for big guys going over all the time.
Well, that's because he's a big guy.
No. If a big guy can't wrestle, he doesn't belong in the ring, and he shouldn't go over. But if a big guy can wrestle, like Brody Lee can wrestle, he should go over a guy that he towers over. Why would you want him losing to? Imagine if you had Marco Stunt versus Brody Lee. Who are you taking?
That's different because Marco Stunt's like a child.
You took the smallest guy on the roster. That's like saying
him. Okay, versus Jungle Boy.
Why you gotta take the 2 smallest guys? Why can't you say MJF?
Everybody on AEW is below 6 foot.
So what about MJF?
For like a handful of guys.
Wait. So you're saying that Brody Lee should run through MJF, even with right now MJF being as hot as he is? You're saying he should run through MJF?
No. If I had to think, yeah, I would say Brody Lee could beat MJF. I know. If you want to look at character work, yes, you could put MJ. You could have some screwy finish where MJF would go over, but in a pure wrestling contest, if it's just pure two guys going at it, I'm taking my money's on Brody Lee because he's just bigger. He looks more like a wrestler. I'm sorry, I'm under that impression. You have to look the part. when you
Listen,
are a wrestler.
Listen, before
I've
I go
always
into
been that way. That's why I train the way I do.
listen,
Because I
listen,
want to
listen.
look the part.
Yep, listen. Before I let Crooked talk when he's going to talk, did you watch Kurt Angle versus Rockstar Spud?
From what year?
Yes, man.
Dude,
It was just Impact.
The Impact one where Kurt Angle fought him and it was for the heavyweight championship belt.
Wait.
Rockstar Spud cashed in his X Division title for the heavyweight.
Little Rockstar Spud, who's shorter than my mother. He's shorter than my mom's. Rockstar Spud pushed Kurt Angle, who's been against like Goldberg, Brock Lesnar's, John Cena's,
All that Taker Kane.
all these big dudes, and they told a story in ring with him being so small. It has nothing to do with size. It's how you portray a story. And I'm just saying. So if Rockstar Spud could push somebody as legitimate as Kurt Angle, and fans at the end of it go, "Oh shit, I would not have a problem if Rockstar Spud was the champ."
Okay. Okay. I see what you mean, but again, Kurt is. But if you had Rockstar Spud in the someone,
Kurt Angle could physically manhandle a guy Brock Lesnar size.
Yes, because Kurt's an Olympian.
That's my point.
You never lose that. Have you been around amateur wrestlers? My dad was an amateur wrestler. My dad could still beat my ass. Well, he's over 50. He was showing me stuff.
Listen, but what I'm saying
is, almost. I was like, geez.
But there's a difference. The wrestling industry is there. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to shit on wrestling. But we know there's a determined winner. I'll say that. There's a determined winner before you go into a match. Now, if you're a good wrestler, it's a good match. Rockstar Spud looked like one of the greatest wrestlers on the planet that night versus Kurt Angle, because Rockstar Spud is a great wrestler and Kurt Angle is a great wrestler and a performer as well. And he made the little guy look amazing. Like if the little guy had all the possibility in the world to beat him. So it's not about size. It's how you tell your story.
Okay.
That's what she said.
My fault, Crooked, please. So we can get back to AEW.
Let's have our resident Rockstar Spud get back to his AEW. Come on, Crooked, it's your choice.
He's going at you. He's going hard today.
He's trying to, but it's all right. Mister, I can't. I don't want to kill kayfabe. Have an ass. Kayfabe's been dead for years. I don't know why you're still trying to protect it. But yeah, no. I'm clearly a worker too. But
AEW,
Brody winning against.
So I was just trying to be nice and not say anything, but
no, I had to cut you off. I seen it coming. I seen what was next, so I had to cut it off.
So Brody Lee, Mr. Brody Lee, let's not offend anybody in here, Mr. Brody Lee. Exactly. But Mr. Brody Lee winning, I completely agree. It's great. Like Jorge said.
That's not his name.
Evil Onse.
Evil Onse. You
got to get a mask now.
Evil Onse, as he said.
Yes.
How they broke down the match, it was great. It was great. Like knowledge wise and everything else like that, how Cody's been breaking down, because he's been defending the belt week in, week out and continuously defending it. He's not having a week off or anything else like that. So his body's broken down. So Brody Lee, Mr. Brody Lee, I'm trying not to offend anybody here, okay? But so with that, how he just pretty much, targeted and pinpointed parts that he knew were where Cody was injured, it made it so much more better, because then at that point it's literally breaking Cody down more and more and more and more until he can't take it. So with having Mr. Brody Lee win the new improved TNT title, it makes it look better. You're going to get more eyes on the Dark Order now, and that, like Chef said, the gang warfare at the end was perfect. Only way you could have topped it off is if you had like another action figure or something else like that choked out the Bran.
Oh,
That would have been hilarious. He would have choked out
Little
Bran with
Bran.
another action figure.
yeah.
Or you would have had one of your like high flyers in the ring, put Bran in the middle of the ring and just like elbow drop her or something like that. Just take her out and just leave it at that. Then it would have been hysterical. Most people would have probably not found it funny, but a lot of us would have.
Well, you guys mentioned about gang warfare, and when you guys were talking, my head just went exploded because I can actually see the Dark Order, like Chef mentioned earlier, come in and take over the whole show, where you could actually have a Dark Order pay-per-view because they have so many wrestlers go up against AEW, and we run the show now. We are the Dark Order. It's called the Dark Order AWA. We're gonna take over. Now you have 13, 14, 15 wrestlers in the Dark Order go up against AEW I can see that actually happening. It probably sounds stupid because NWO did it. Dark Order all sold out.
I think it sounds fucking awesome.
I think it sounds great. What you need to do.
Darked out.
I
all sold out. Is all darked out.
He's hyped.
Dark Order.
Yeah.
He won't say is hyped. You can see it. He's
He
like,
won't say is on top of his game right now.
How will the whole Dark Order against the AEW are all darked out?
Yeah, I think if they could even pull that off if they get enough wrestlers. Let's say they get about 12 to 15 wrestlers on Dark Order.
They already have 12, 15 wrestlers in Dark Order.
Legitimate wrestlers. They turn it into like a Dark Order pay-per-view. Put the ropes purple, have the ring like blacked out or whatever. Everything else like that. Set it up where it's purple and black everywhere. I know Hannibal's getting an erection thinking about probably Undertaker because it's purple and black. But it'd be a cool concept.
Take shots when I'm not saying anything.
I wasn't saying anything either, and you threw shots at me.
So
I know.
Colin, I think it's awesome. Listen, the more street looking things I really appreciate. It's my thing. I really like that aggressive fighting style, beat everybody up, stomp people out, talk shit. It's just my thing, and I think that Mr. Brody Lee, this is gonna get hard. Mr. Brody Lee,
yeah, so many names.
Yeah. Like Mr. Brody Lee, he talks so calm. Like he's not kind of like that Hogan where he's always over yelling everything. He kind of talks like this. What happened?
Sounds like Jake because he brings you down.
Oh,
he
my
brings
fault.
you down.
I thought you said something that I was gonna have Crooked do, and I was about to be like, "Yo, you better watch your mouth, man." Like, I
heard the same thing. I heard the same thing at first. I was like, "What?"
No, he sounds like Jake. He sounds like what he does is he brings you down. When he talks, it's monotone, but it's low and it brings you in. It's not like Hogan where he's like rah, 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 rah. He's like, this, and it works for him. It's a big guy doing it, and it brings you to it.
I wasn't. What was his name in WWE?
Luke Harper.
All right, so Luke Harper. That's not going to pop up when we're recording, right?
No.
Okay, cool. So I didn't really like Luke Harper prior to AEW. I wasn't interested in him. I wasn't interested in Rowan. None of these guys. I like Mr. Brody Lee. I don't love Mr. Brody. Pause. I'm loving what they're doing, and I like how they're building it. I like how they're showcasing it. Because for a while, Dark Order looked really stagnant and pointless. Yeah. And now Brody Lee's taking it to another direction. Now, before we get off of this one, I know you know a lot that NWA is coming up with. I don't know a lot of it. I don't know if Crooked does, but I know Jorge knows dates, pay-per-views, who they're signed with, and partnerships. So I'll let you run that out of here before we get out of here.
Yeah, so coming up September 15th, they have the 1 hour, or actually they have a 90-minute show, which is going to be the debut of their new show that they're having now because they partnership with CHW, which is CWH, which is Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. That they have, and they're having that one there, and then Championship Wrestling from Arizona. They partnered them too with the NWA. So that's going to be on September 15th. They're having a 90-minute show, and that's going to be a weekly show. It's going to be live, and it's from California or LA. Is it from LA?
It's from LA.
It's from LA.
Yeah.
One of those humongous warehouses that they have used in professionals for the last couple of years. This place is huge. It's COVID-19 set up for everything. So I don't know if they're gonna have fans yet, but I know AEW is about to start having fans coming up. I think at the next show they're already selling tickets for that. So
It's already sold out.
Have people. Okay, so people are gonna be in pods of 2, 4, 6, or 8s. So I don't know if they're gonna do the same thing with this show here, but I'm interested because this looks like it's gonna be a territory type of show with different companies being there and actually hit one specific side of the state. So I'm looking forward to it. The 10 pounds of gold is going to be there. He's going to be the main champion of all the companies. And then each company is going to have their own champion. He'll be able to go to all the different companies and wrestle. NWA, if she beats Sheeta for the AEW title, you'll see it there if they do have a partnership. So if they do go forward with a partnership, this is going to be the momentum going on from All Out right to this show here. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm excited. They still haven't mentioned how much it's going to be every Wednesday nights or whatever the 15th falls on. But if it's $9.99 like TNA did back in the days where NWA TNA came out for the first time, I'm in it. Because that's $40 a month. I'm in it.
I'm saying every Wednesday?
Yeah, well, but whenever the 15th falls,
whenever the 15th falls on.
Week. Yeah,
I'll say because if they're gonna do the 15th, they're gonna run against NXT and AEW. They're gonna kill themselves.
That's the first show. That's the first show. That's the first show is gonna be on the 15th.
Yeah, it's literally just gonna. If the 15th is Friday, it's Friday. If it's a Monday, it's a Monday. It's gonna be whatever.
Let me check to see what day it is because I don't even know what day it is.
All right, so while you're looking for that, I'll let Jorge.
It's a Tuesday. So
Tuesday.
They're going against Impact for the first day.
Yeah, Impact and well, they used to always be on Tuesday anyways. NWA, but they were the first show. It was at 6, followed by Dark at 7, and then followed by Impact at 8. So it was a nice 3-hour block, 4-hour block of wrestling for Tuesdays. But now if they go to a primetime spot at 8 o'clock, then they're gonna go against Impact, which is gonna kill them because I don't see people paying $10 a week against a free show on TV that you still can't find because you don't have access. So you go to Twitch. So
that's the thing. Twitch. You can also watch Impact the next day on Twitch. Like you don't have to. And I honestly, I mean, we already went over the package problems with Impact Wrestling. So like, if I'm liking the product and I'm seeing something different that I haven't seen, I'd rather pay the money to watch the dope product than something that I could watch the next day. You know what I mean? I'll push my thing back a few hours. So on that, we covered everything. Sean goes first. Hannibal goes second. Jorge, Evil Onse goes third. I said Crooked goes first. So it don't matter. Crooked goes first. Go ahead, brother. Listen, I am a few in.
All right, so you guys can get me on Instagram at crookedsmile_HC6, or you can get me on my personal one where I'm going to start doing a little bit more fun stuff. You can get it at Sean_Holly6. That's where you can find me. And if you want the shirt that the boy Evil Unse is wearing, you can go to storefrontier.com/SeanHolly6, and you can get that in white, red, or black. Like I said in the beginning, that red one is fire. So definitely.
I'm going to give you a lot of credit because there's no way I would have remembered everything you just said. Like with the backslash, whatever you said, I would have been like something. I don't remember.
What? Oh, storefrontier.com/SeanHolly.
Like the whole link, how to do it. There's no way I'm pulling that off.
Hey, Sean, have you got a Twitter yet or no?
No. Listen, this guy.
Not yet.
Off. We'll talk in the chat of why I get frustrated with this guy. Hannibal, please plug your social media.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed my critique with these two fools, especially Crooked Smile, the foolish one over here. But my Instagram handle is the Tyrant Hannibal Wolf. That's where you can find me. I'll be posting stuff on there regarding stuff with wrestling as well as promos and things. That's where I mainly put most of my stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed my analysis on AEW with Chef and the rest.
Yes, and don't forget your quintessential Puerto Rican muffin, Jorge. And you can follow me on Bodega Wrestling on Twitter, Bodega Wrestling on YouTube, which will be coming back. You know, I had a little setback with my back, but I'm back. Don't forget, Evil Once is here. Evil Orbit is here. The green tyrant that he is. We call it Evil Orbit. 00, Agent 00.
He needs a mask too.
Let's go Astros.
Dude, he gets a mask for him. I'm letting it rock. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, anything you ever see me wear, just check at Heel Team 6 brand. There's a bunch of things that are on there. It's what I do. Now, I am actually going to start plugging my own social media because I put a lot of like quick little videos that we do on my own stuff. So it's going to be HTS6X_Chef Joker. And you'll see like little clips of what we joke around with to tell you guys to come here, watch what we watch. Watch what we watch. Watch us. Yo, dude, like, I'm nice.
I bet. He ain't even tipsy anymore. He's out.
No. I mean, listen, like, this is low.
Hey, hold the cup up. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, he's been sipping on that cup all day because he just made that cup last night to show it off. So you can see that you could get that cup at his website, and he's already like shown it like 50 times in this hour podcast. That's like basically telling you that here, buy the cup.
Listen, so that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're out of here. Hope you enjoy this. If you don't, like I said, if you're a first-time listener, welcome. If you're a last-time listener, you should have been out of here 51 minutes ago, you scrubs. Peace.